So a very good morning to you all. So during our previous lecture, we did a practical session on how to create an initial response toolkit. So today, I promised you that I was going to show you how to create a script that can actually run your IRT toolkit for you in a quick and in a fast manner. So in order to achieve that goal, you need to create what we call a batch file. And since we had created a text file known as forensics, we now want to create a batch file for that text file known as forensics. So in order for you to do that, I'm going to show you the simplest way to do that. But first and foremost, I want us to check something first. Like for instance, we want to go to our folder IRT, which is stored in the C drive. So in this particular case, our C drive is representing our pen drive or our flash disk. That's where our IRT toolkit for Windows 10 64-bit is. So in order for us to navigate to go to the C drive, we're going to be using commands. In this particular case, we say cd, which simply means change directory and traverse to the previous folder. So if I type cd ... if I press enter, I'm now in the users folder, but I still want to go to the C drive, so I'll just type again cd ... Then when I press enter, I'm now in C drive. But however, in order for me to we want to view if in our IRT folder or directory, if there is a text file which is forensics.txt. So in this particular case, we say change directory to IRT. Then when we press enter, we are now in the IRT folder. This is where our initial response toolkit is, or the tools that we're going to be using for our IRT toolkit are. So we say if we want to view the contents of this folder or this directory, we just type dir space /a. So now we want to check to see if we have a file known as forensics.txt. And as we are scrolling up, we are looking if there is a remember, we say these files are usually arranged in alphabetic order or in ascending order of the alphabet. So in this particular case, as you can see, we have our text file known as forensics.txt. So now, as you can see, we haven't yet created a batch file for this txt file. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to where our forensic txt is. In this particular case, in order for us to understand, we're going to move to our graphical user interface. So my IRT folder is located in the C drive. As you can see, if I put my cursor here, you see it's IRT is within the C C drive. So I'll look for the file forensic.txt, and as you can see, the file forensics.txt is right here within the folder. So now, an easier way to create a script or a batch file is we're going to open this txt file by double clicking on forensics. As you can see, it's forensics and the type is a text document or a txt file. So we're going to double click to open this file. When we double click to open the forensic file, as you can see, this file contains all of the tools that we used during our previous session. And as you can see, it contains the posts that are open, the users who are currently logged on, etc., etc., and all the commands that we used during our investigation. So now, when you want to create a script for this txt file, the simplest way to do it is when you open it, the text file, you go and you click. Let me just enlarge it. You go and click on file. File is right here on the top left corner. If you click on file, there is a window that will open that has new windows open, save as. So basically you go and click on save as. So as you can see, we want to maintain our name forensics, but however we want this txt file, we want to convert this txt file to a batch file. So in order for us to do that, we go under the file name, we say forensics.bat, but we don't want to save the type as a txt file. In this particular case, we'll click on the drop down menu, then we'll click on all files, then we select save. So the moment we do this, let's see. The moment we do this, we now want to go to our folder and to see if we have created a batch file or a script. And as you can see, we now have a batch file that has been created. Today is the 10th of September 2021 at around 23 minutes to 11. And as you can see, it's in sync with the current time. So once we have done this, we would have managed to actually create a script for our IR toolkit. So how this script actually, when you reach the scene of the crime, or when you're performing your investigation now and you want to collect your volatile data, the moment you take your pen drive to collect the data, or your IR toolkit, when you just double click on this batch file, it will actually collect all the information that you actually need to perform your investigation. So as you can see, the IR toolkit is collecting all the volatile data. It's collecting all the volatile data that we require from the system that we're actually investigating. So, in order to, what can I say? In order to create the IR toolkit in a way that is actually smart, you can as well, like when we say DOS/history, all those commands that we've been using, you can just create a file that has all the commands. And when you create a file that has all the commands, you then proceed, a text file that has all the commands, you then proceed to create a batch file of that text file that only contains the tools that we've been using when we're creating or the command that we'll be using when we're creating our IR toolkit. So when we do this, basically you will discover that a text file will be created. So if we go to our folder, which is IRT, we'll be having a file that is created named forensics. So basically this is how you create a batch file, or this is how you create a script that you would actually use to collect volatile data.